Hey there, what's going on, you guys? My name is Crazy Pie, and welcome to Call of Duty World War II. The game finally came out. It came out at the time of me recording this. It's like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, 11 a.m. here in Canada, and it came out basically 11 hours ago at 12 o'clock. I tried to play it when it came out at 12 o'clock. I obviously stayed home from school that day as there was no point of going to school, but you know, I tried to play it at 12 o'clock. I wasn't able to because the servers were actually down. I was really only able to play zombies in campaign. And might I say, like, one of the biggest points about this game and why I think it's one of the best Call of Duty games that we have gotten is the campaign. Now, I'll get into that further in detail later, but like in another video. But I'll just say right now, in the campaign, in previous Call of Duties, you could basically just blow straight through. You could go as fast as you possibly could, and you would get through the campaign almost instantly, and it was just super easy. But now in World War II, you basically have things called like med kits that you need to use to heal yourself, as well as you have ammo, which your squad can give you. You just have a lot of stuff that basically slows down the campaign, so it basically makes it so you don't have to full out rush through the campaign. You can if you want to, but it is definitely a lot harder to do, so it's definitely one of the biggest points in my opinion, because having a World War II campaign is absolutely cool. They start you off in D-Day on the beaches of Normandy, which is actually really cool, because if you think about it, on the actual, day of D-Day in World War II, the soldiers, they were planning for it and they were ready for it, but they basically just got dropped off into the beach and they weren't really expecting it. I mean, obviously they were expecting it, but not to the extent that it was. So it's kind of cool how your first mission and like your training is basically you get straight jumped onto the beaches of Normandy. So I definitely like that a lot. It's actually really cool. But let's talk about the multiplayer. Let's talk about why Call of Duty World War II is honestly probably one of the best Call of Duties, and the multiplayer is something that we've been waiting for so long. So if you don't know, the past 3 years we've had pretty much just absolute garbage Call of Duties. Not really garbage, Black Ops 3 was okay. They weren't bad CODs, but they were just futuristic and it was getting kind of old and stale. We've had Advanced Warfare, which is, from the same creators, Sledgehammer, that made this game. 3 years later, they made World War II. So we had Advanced Warfare, which was obviously futuristic movement. We also had Black Ops 3, which wasn't so bad, but it was also futuristic movement. And then after that, we had Infinite Warfare, which is also futuristic movement. We had Modern Warfare Remastered as well, but it was a remastered game of a 2007 Call of Duty, so you're practically just playing an old game at that point for like another year, and it's just old news. This game, however, is another World War II title, as you can tell from, the title of the game. It's Call of Duty World War II. The last time we've seen a Call of Duty set in, even a World War setting, World War II to be specific, was back in 2008 when Call of Duty World at War came out. And that's almost 10 years ago. That's literally 9 years ago that Call of Duty World at War came out, and that game was amazing, alright? I played it like, obviously not at 2009, but way after it came out, and that game was absolutely stunning. It was spectacular. So, we finally have a World War II shooter back. We have it in the right way. We have it with Divisions. Divisions are super cool. We have it finally back with Nazi zombies. It feels so good, honestly. The zombies in this game actually does feel kind of creepy and eerie, which I like. I don't like zombies, like Treyarch zombies I love Treyarch zombies, but it felt like it was just so fake and mythological, I guess. I haven't said that word in so long, so it doesn't really roll off the tongue, but it feels so good to finally play a Nazi zombies that's World War II zombies. This is obviously still mythological, but it's just so cool. It's honestly, there's jump scares everywhere, which is absolutely amazing. I love the jump scares, I'm not gonna lie. It just feels so good to play with the old World War II guns like the Thompson, the PPSH, the BAR, STG-44, the SVT, etc. It really just does, it feels so good, honestly, and I'm happy. I'm just so happy with this game. Obviously, I am in honeymoon stage right now. I'm going to definitely upload more videos throughout the day. So if they are poorly edited, that's just because I'm just trying to throw them out, because I want to try and get at least 2 to 3 videos out today talking about this game and just going over maybe tips and tricks I don't really know, but we're going to have to see. I've only really played it for about 4 hours, and that's not including the beta. In the beta, I've probably easily put over 24 hours into it over the 2 weekends that it was out, so I put a good amount of time into the beta, but this is definitely different. It has way more nerfed and buffed things, which I'm so happy to see. The assault rifles are buffed, I'm going to tell you that right now. I believe it's called the MG15. That assault rifle, I just used it in a game and I went off. So when I used it in the beta, I could not stand it, but when I used it in game for the first time, it felt like it was finally buffed, and it was a gun that was worthy of using again. So I'm definitely happy about that. The PPSH, the Thompson, everything else, they're not as overpowered, and the game is not as SMG heavily focused as it was, but I can't really give the game too much praise right now, as I've really only put 5 hours into it. This is just my first bare bones opinions, so definitely bear with me me here. There's going to be more videos coming out today talking about the game, giving gameplay, etc. like that. So definitely check out for that. This is more so just zombies gameplay in the background because it's more chill. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys probably in a couple hours. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, guys.